You know, when Stephen Fry tweeted about the seminar on Facebook, on Twitter, I automatically realised it was something I was interested in. Thou shalt not question Stephen Fry for a start, and so I looked it up, and I took no hesitation in booking it because Jason was so persuasive and so empowering just even to watch over the internet. That I really was looking forward to it, and right back then I was in the midst of my mental illness, and hope seemed so far away for me. And it's been a long time waiting for coming to the seminar, but I'm here now, and it's been a really, really enjoyable and useful 3 days. It's been really nice to see how the group that I've met have managed to feel comfortable and at ease, and it's been really nice to see how people are just coming out of their shell, and that they, are showing more confidence in themselves and their writing. Jason is a very kind, very persuasive, very empowering person, and he instills a lot of confidence in all of us, and he instills some confidence in me, and I therefore definitely have confidence in Chipmunkapublishing. Therefore, I will definitely be publishing my book with them. It has been empowering, and I think it's something that everyone should do as a writer. And it's also meant that the opportunity for me has meant that I've met a lot of really, really talented writers that I would be proud to be associated with. It's not just a company that gives a voice to mental health individuals. It gives a voice to really talented mental health individuals. It's not just, it's talented individuals that have come together, and it's made us all feel, I think, that we're not just writers with mental health problems, but we're writers that we can change the world. And I think it's a really amazing company, and I thank you, Jason, from the bottom of my heart. And also, he's asked us in one of the exercises to think of people that we look up to, and people that people that are role models for us. And I'd have to say it would be stupid for me not to say Jason Pegler, because what his work and his contribution to mental health has been incredible, and the way he's turned his life around has been incredible, and should be someone that we should all look up to, with or without mental health problems, as an entrepreneur and someone who is a good person, and we should all take note from him.
Hello, this is Friday. It is Friday the 13th, but it's a very good day because I feel quite empowered. This is the third day of Jason Pegler's session about unlimited self-confidence and how to market ourselves as Chipmunka authors. I've been with Chipmunka now for about, must be 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and I've written 5 books which Jason has kindly published. When he first published my book, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. It gave me so much confidence and belief in myself that I was actually worth something. I've moved on since then. I first wrote about my manic depression, now called bipolar. Then I wrote about moving on from depression. I also wrote about preventing mental distress. Then I went on into a book called It's My Life, which is quite creative. It involves poetry and reflections on life, really, and a little bit of sort of self-help stuff too. And my last book, which I'm most proud of, was the one that was probably the most academic, and it was called Our Seven Senses, an Investigation. And that was really driven by the fact that I wanted to know more about our senses and how we have to really come into contact and acknowledge our senses so that we can become fuller and perceive more in society, and be able to interact and communicate with other people better. Now, Jason's seminar has been brilliant. I've learnt a lot more about self-confidence. I've loved sharing. I've loved listening. I've got some sort of future direction for myself. We've covered empowerment, and I like working with Jason because I've known him for many years and I really respect him. Now for the future, ideas I've taken from this 3-day seminar is about making more contacts, how to make contacts, developing a website, going into blogging. I have set up a blog, but I haven't actually blogged on it. I do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and Facebook. I've made some contacts there. But this course has given me more confidence and encouraged me to be interested in developing home study courses for other people, which I will be able to put my various years of experience in, plus my background in sort of mental health and social care, that sort of thing. And my specific goals for the future are I'm going to do more writing, I'm going to do more marketing, and also I'm going to do some self-promotion and PR. And thank you very much, Jason, for the privilege of being here on the 3-day course and for the book Unlimited Confidence. Thank you. Oh, my name is Anne.
I'm Tony Penn from Nottingham, as it happens, and my e-book, which is nearly ready for the final stage, is called Surviving Prejudice, and it's about the misunderstandings that confront people who've suffered mental health problems, which is tackled by a mixture of facts about my own experiences of prejudice, leavened with humour and humour fantasy, and some people who've read the book have expressed their longing for it to become a paperback. Moving now to this seminar. First, I'll do a forward, if you like, and forgive my slight hesitation. I've worked with. I've used a rather worn felt tip pen. In the days before the seminar, I knew that I was full of potential, but was full of fear on whether Chipmunka would be able to fulfill my needs, whether I was sending out the right messages, whether Chipmunka understood me, understood understood where I was going, where I wanted to go. Even was I a no-hoper? I had studied marketing at a college of further and higher education several years ago, but had never been able to use the skills I'd been taught. I had been surrounded by high flyers who passed their exams with ease and were congratulated by the tutor, while in it would be 10 years, I've got here 5 years, probably 10 years, I passed one exam. Then Chipmunka backed my book. I was given time and patience by them, as well as having a brilliant editor who can't be here today, a brilliant editor who was understanding about the understanding with me, but I, while making great progress with him, through which the book is nearly finished, I was worried about the marketing tools needed. Jason listened. He took on board that my book, which, as I've said, is surviving prejudice. He got rid of the blocks of prejudice with a mixture of understanding and humour. Jason shows great understanding and humour in the book. There's a kindness with Jason. Humour is with the book, understanding with Jason. I was not going to be taught how to write a book. I was told in digestible form the contemporary, the total, the current. That's the word I was looking for. I can't read me writing. The current tools of teaching marketing, and was given the tools of showing that I had already had some success in this field. That's to talking on local radio, and I've been published in a few hospital magazines and on in the local paper. Jason has shown me the way ahead and given me time to get get to the next step, time to finish my book. I have been I've had my fears got rid of, and given the same level of skill as with the Open University, where years ago it was brain damage in 72, degree of the Open University in 92, and with Jason as with the Open University, given every support. I have therefore many thanks to give Jason. Jason, thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I've been a writer, artist, and photographer. I published 1 or 2 books before until I came across Chipmunk. Somebody recommended me, so I sent a dossier of things to Jason, and he agreed he will publish poetry book first, then short story followed, then a novel also followed, which he has done in ebook. It's not been published, and design is quite good. I'll show the 4 books published with Jason. That's the first one. Second one, and the third one, and the last. And he encouraged me to put my artwork in front of every book, which is a splendid idea, I should think. Now, writing and creativity is no stranger to me. It's the publicity which brings us down. It's become a mystique sort of thing, which you have to learn this craft from somebody else who is experienced in those pitfalls. So that's why I came to attend the this seminar of 3 days. And what it has done to me is clarifying my ideas, concentrate on certain aspects of things which are more useful in the end. And Jason told us with his own example, ways and means to achieve your goal. And once you set your goal, you review it after certain period. If a direction to be changed, we have the right to change the direction. And right effort, not the useless thing, which does not benefit in the end. So you have to be precise in your search and avoiding pitfalls. Jason told us about his own life and how he went about, and we have been making same mistakes approaching publishers, and we did not get anywhere. So he told us to research what you are aiming at, and he gave us tools of internet and free software and the publicity gurus, which I have to do more research work to be more productive and sell my bit more books and get more publicity in the end. And I've learned a lot from the experience of Jason, who is now my teacher, publicity guru, a small one maybe or big one. And I'll put all his methods which I've written down and see which one will work for me. And I'm glad he's always there to help me in my future quest. Thank you.
My name is Deborah Kennedy, but I write under the alias of Natasha Wilde. My book, which was came out in print this April just gone, 2012, and it's a book of poetry and prose written, and it's called Love's Melody, and it's a mixture of sort of, well, rather a sort of little pot boiler really, a hodgepodge of looniness and more stuff written with more clarity, a bit of a roller coaster. Now, regarding seminar, I rather found myself looking forward to these 3 days here in London. It's not often I get up to London. And I found it was something to focus on, and of course an opportunity to meet people, both in Chipmunka and fellow authors, because I found myself very sort of isolated on and off, getting quite used to it now. And I think doing art, and when one feels like it, and writing is terrific, because therefore you're not aware that you're sort of on your own and all the rest of it. Although family are not too far away. That is my daughter, It's, as I say, after the first day, I arrived home mind buzzing, full of inspiration. The second day was hard work, but stimulating nevertheless, with masses of information to absorb. Note-taking, I must pass on, is essential, and I found it was sort of like having a flashback to days at art school in London, the art lectures, and also before that, school days. Now, on the third day, my peak state has diminished. It was there probably on Wednesday, mostly, the first day. But around me, fellow authors are chatting, animated and cheered. No doubt given hope by Jason's talks. Our hope for the future. That is what was our school motto, and I think that's what this seminar and Jason has given us all. Okay. Hope for the future.
Hi everyone, my name's Steve. Before I came to the Chipmunka seminar, I was actually quite apprehensive and a little anxious. I'm not a published author and I haven't written anything. And I'm surrounded today and for the last 2 days by published authors who have written stuff. However, actually here on day 3, I'm feeling quite relaxed, quite calm. I've spent 3 days with very good people, very inspiring people, people who actually have made me feel somewhat humble. Jason Pegler is a very relaxed and engaging presenter, and I don't say that lightly. I've been to many, many presentations in my life, and I think he's given us all a level of enthusiasm. In terms of the takeaways for these 3 days, mine I think are possibly going to be very different to everyone else's. The key thing for me is it's actually given me the confidence to go away and write. Many people for many years in my family and friendship group have said, you know, Steve, there's a book in you. I actually think there's probably several. And from a guy who spent 36 years in corporate life, I wasn't sure how much I'd be able to take away, but I got 25 pages of notes. And for me, the key takeaway actually is how to work the creative media, but also the internet. I think the actual practical tips and tricks that Jason has given us far outweigh the price we've paid to be here. And for that I thank him, and it's been a privilege to be with the guys I've been with for the last 3 days.